networking, and career information gathering. Ooh, sorry about that. With each partner, we are preparing to offer 7 to 10 paid internship positions, which would bring our team to an estimated total of about 50 potential interns that these mentors will have the opportunity to work with. Specifically, it would be ideal to target third and fourth year undergraduate students seeking research and internship opportunities in order to provide and apply these skills to real life experiences in a way that will help them transition from their academic careers into their professional endeavors. As of right now, we are fortunate to take part in unpaid internships, but we are also very empathetic of those students that might not have the same opportunities in terms of different obligations, in which perhaps they need an income to maintain financial stability, which is exactly why we felt that it was necessary to start working on paid internships with hopes of providing this opportunity in the near future. Currently, our program is being supervised by UB-FSF team member and supervisor Brangelyn Parks. Although she was unable to be present due to other obligations, she was very thoughtful and really excited to introduce herself in a clip she provided. So we'll go ahead and show that right now. I don't think you can hear it.
Yeah, we can't hear.
If you stop sharing and then you go back to share your screen again, on that screen where it shows you which window you want to share, on the bottom left corner should be a little checkbox that says share audio as well. No, we still can't hear you, Kaylani. You got it, Kaylani? Okay.
Is it giving you trouble?
Yeah, well, on my screen, it looks like
It's
your
like
screen froze. Yeah, I don't know if you were trying to close your window.
Did everyone see that? I'm sorry. I'm having like technical difficulties right now. Did everyone get to hear what she had to say?
No, it
No.
wasn't
No.
video.
I don't know why it's not letting me share. Let me see.
If you stop sharing your screen and then now go back to share your screen, before you click on sharing it, it should be a little checkbox on the bottom right corner of that window that says share audio as well.
Can everyone see the video?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good evening, Dr. Henderson.
There
My
we
name is Brangelyn Parks. I am one of the supervisors here at the United Black Family Scholarship Foundation
Put it up a little bit if you can.
with this amazing group of interns this semester. They're passionate, they're driven, they have amazing ideas. They my scholarship foundation. I've been working with this amazing group of interns this semester. They're passionate, they're driven, they have amazing ideas. They really have a heart that cares about the communities that they live in. And that's so exciting to see in young people, because we know that they'll be one day running our country. I have been working with the United Black Family Scholarship Foundation for about a year. I truly believe in their mission in rebuilding communities and investing in the people in our communities. And that's really what the United Black Family Scholarship Foundation is all about, is investing in people. And that is what Ivan Kilgore, our founder, intends to do through the Rebuild Project. So I just wanted to thank you for taking time out of your schedule today to meet with us. And
The sound cut off.
to myself, Brandon Parks, at the United Scholarship the United Black Family Scholarship Foundation, or any of the interns can give you our contact information as well. Again, thank you so much for meeting with us this evening, and I hope to meet with you personally soon.
So that was Brandlin, our supervisor, and I really hope that we are all able to meet more formally. But with that said, we're currently looking for a second program supervisor, and that position will most likely be online, and in-person supervision would continue upon funding. With that, I will let Daniel continue this presentation.
Technical difficulties. My internet is not helping me out right now. Let me just.
No worries. I think we're all going through this learning curve now that we're in a complete online platform.
Yeah. See, the internet just,
More
it's on
than
its own.
anything, I want to say thank you, Kelly and Reginald, for being so patient with us. And again, just reiterating, we appreciate you taking the time to be here with us.
No, it's no problem. I'm excited for an opportunity for our students to be able to do some more internships and things like that. And plus we also have our sociology department. So this is kind of up their scale as well of things to do. So we'll be interested to see what we can do.
Great. So with that in mind, let me continue on with the presentation. So currently, we are working with Dr. Harris, an associate professor at the University of Oklahoma, to develop the Rebuild program's curriculum and training. We would like to request that the development staff at Langston work with Dr. Harris and our organization in this process as well. The Rebuild coaching and leadership training events that we also include in our program is last year in March week of 2020, we took interns to Oklahoma, which is ground zero, to participate in a leadership development and training program with Glennie Martin, where he taught them about public speaking, leadership skills, and how to do grant proposals and reach out to potential sponsors. And during their visit in Oklahoma City, they visited the east side of the city to look at the economic development of the area and why there is a burning need for our program to expand and do the work that we're doing. And one of the metrics of successes that we're using too is by conducting community surveys and census and utilizing census data that's out there publicly accessible, engaging it every 5 to 10 years to measure the program success. So we can see the rise in home ownership rates, greater youth engagement, community-led support networks, and mentorship groups. So this will help decrease incarceration rates, crime rates, and teen pregnancies as well.
So to conclude, we believe that these are aspects that will help us successfully achieve our goals with the internship program. We're requesting that our university partners to assist with funding aspects via grants and fundraisers. In our recorded presentation, Dr. Henderson offered assistance with our grant writing. She informed us that the university inhabited a professional grant writer. So we would like to request their assistance as at a minimum. At the conclusion of the pilot, we want to allocate endowment funding for its continuation upon meeting an agreed measure of success, which Daniel touched upon just right now. And also, we're currently conducting a finance and resource development internship with UC Irvine's Social Ecology Field Study Department. And we request Langston's assistance in prospecting, and applying for grant funds for that program. And most importantly, we want to keep our mission in mind. We want to rebuild communities from within the community. And by implementing this program in universities like Langston, it allows us to create a community that shares the same drive, intentions, and ambitions to help achieve our mission through a hands-on experience. And at the end of the day, we're working to create a better future for generations to come. And we believe that the REBUILD Internship Program is a huge step in that direction. So that pretty much sums up our presentation. And now we are open to any discussions and questions, of course.
Well, I guess this is Reginald Hines. I guess one of my questions would be, is the funding, where is the funding going to come from to purchase this property, that's dilapidated and kind of run down? Where is the funding going to come from to purchase this property?
So right now with that funding, we're looking at different grants for different programs that are available looking at revitalizing these communities. So we can help jump on board on that. And with that in mind, we're looking at like community land trusts. So it's not just about revitalizing the community, but also making it low income housing and retain that for generations to come. So with that, we would be revitalizing the property, and with the capital gains from that property, once they're purchased, we would also use that for more funding. But as of right now, we're looking at grants that would help us fund that.
And so basically what you're needing then from Langston is someone to kind of help procure grants and things like that. And then as well, eventually you would need some student interns to help with the project. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. So, I mean, we do have a grant person available at Langston, but they're not necessarily a grant writer. They just help us look for grants for things that we want. And so we have to actually call upon our faculty to write grants and things like that. And I don't see that would be a problem. I've actually got a new sociologist that'll be starting in the fall. And then our current sociologist right now, he's working with the EPSCoR program. So he's pretty tied up with that. But there's several of us in our department, including our government teacher and stuff like that, that I think would be, willing to help, help procure grants and things like that, and fit that in. Now, of course, our fall schedule is our heavy teaching schedule. Most of the faculty teach 5 classes. So it would be, difficult, if you tell them they've only got like a month or 2 to get something in, that might be a little stretching it, trying to meet deadlines and things like that. But I'm more than welcome to, I would like to be able to talk with us about them and see if anybody in our department would be interested in jumping in on this and helping. And, I've got interns, I've got students that will gladly do internships. I have students that are always looking for something to do, paid and not paid. So I think that, that's a possibility to definitely get you some students your way.
And I think more than anything, what we want to emphasize is that it's not just an internship, but we were just talking before we had this meeting, like this has changed our perspective on so many things, and we've been able to connect with one another in so many different ways. And I guess when presenting this, we want the main message to get across. We want that to be that this is going to form lifelong connections. It's going to bring you lifelong friendships. I've already been able to ask advice from these people. Like more than anything, like they're going to be learning so much more than just about what they want to go into, the career they want to go. They're going to learn more about themselves. And I think that's really important.
Okay.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we just want to cultivate a community that shares the same values as us and who has the same mission to implement social change and to give back to the communities that need development and all that too.
For sure.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, with Langston, of course, when we do grants and stuff and work on grants for things, I mean, we have to take the university, gets their portion as well. So, I mean, with that being said, it's going to, as long as we could show student growth and stuff like that, I don't think the university would have a problem in, allowing us to assist you with this project. Also, as long as it allows continued student learning, because the focus is the students. So I know like right now the guy that's in my department, he wrote a grant and got, I think, a $10,000 grant to fund student research. And so he's able to give 5 students $2,000 to look at data and help process data on water trends and stuff in these urban and rural areas. And so, I mean, things like that, the university is always, very good about allowing us to do that with our students.
And
So
that's,
I'd definitely like to talk to them about it and see what they think.
yeah, and we very much appreciate that. So just highlighting what my peers were just mentioning is like we're trying to establish those relationships with people that aren't trying to establish those relationships with that demographic of individuals, whether it be formerly incarcerated, system impacted, or low income and impoverished neighborhoods. So like what we're doing right now is like through tapping into these multiple universities, we're also tapping into also the potential funding that they have as well. So UC Irvine is our model right now, how we're using their social ecologies field department to fund the internship that we're in right now. And the thing is, like, the interns aren't being paid, but it is providing us the opportunity to work with Ivan Kilgore, our founder. And like the biggest thing that we're getting from it is like he's been sitting in a cell in the California State Penitentiary for 2 decades, over 25 years, or like 25 years or a little over. And for him to be able to just start this movement from like a basic pen and paper is just really profound to me. And like for us students that have the opportunity and the resources, it's like I feel like it's not only imperative but incumbent upon ourselves to continue that work and see this through. And like that's why with working through multiple universities, like our biggest partner right now too is like the Underground Scholars Initiative, which is a new program that just kicked off through UC Berkeley. And UC Berkeley is like a really big pioneer on starting social movements. And what the Underground Scholars Initiative is looking to do is foster a prison to university pipeline. So it's not just saying like formerly incarcerated and system impacted students are welcomed on these institutions, but they have a place in these institutions and they have access to those research opportunities, those internships, those student jobs experiences. And so we're trying to utilize their scholarships, their grants, their fundraising events to also help fund our organization as well. And right now, like I'm saying, we have like about a handful of universities that are willing to work with us. With your help, it would be logistical help as like like you're saying, procuring those grants. Because right now what we're finding is like you got to be really savvy with these grants, and like there's a certain language that needs to be used when you're applying to these things. So the more help that we have, the merrier, you know.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I agree. And like I said, everything, anytime we write for grants, we have to go through our grants office. We're not allowed to procure a grant or even go after any type of grants without having it cleared through our grants department. So, I mean, this will actually be a step above me even to be able to say that we could 100% do this. But I mean, I have no problem in contacting our dean and then of course with our vice president and stuff like that. I mean, this is definitely something that we can converse with them. After we get done with this semester and going into the summer, most of us will have time to step back and actually, talk, and I can discuss this with them, and they might even be able to offer an avenue that I'm not thinking about because they are grant writers themselves. I've personally, I've only helped write grants. I've never sought a grant from my own largely because I've been working with on school and stuff. So, but I'll definitely be glad to take this back to our dean, to our department, to our dean, then also to our vice president and get her feedback as well.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
And make sure now, is this share your presentations and stuff with me too, so I can kind of show them exactly what it is that you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think to close, we have a video of me kind of giving my own little spiel.
Okay.
We forgot to put it in the beginning.
Okay.
Bring that up.
Let me see.
I look a little rough, but it's very raw.
Sometimes that's the best way.
Yeah.
You could be like Mr. Hines. He can come into a classroom and just talk off the cuff and it comes out great every time. He doesn't even try.
Did you email me the video, Tatiana? I'm
Yes, I
trying to
have
look
a
at it right
question.
But if
Uh,
anything, I can try to bring it
Yes,
up.
now. Okay.
the school in California, have you all actually started this project?
The internship, yeah, we're actually currently a part of it right now.
Okay. So have you all actually started going into these neighborhoods and redoing these houses and those type of things? And
So due to COVID restrictions, we haven't been able to physically meet with one another or visit these communities, but we are engaging with one another via Zoom. And what we're focusing on right here in California in specific is in the Bay Area. We're looking at communities in Oakland and Richmond and seeing what needs need to be addressed right there. And with that, we're working with UC Berkeley's underground scholars, Shawnee Shea, who's a representative of underground scholars at UC Berkeley. And we're creating our rebuild program there. And what we would like to do is build a rebuild program at different universities and the cities that they stand in their towns. So it helps address a bigger coalition of communities, you know what I mean?
Now, you do understand that Langston isn't in Oklahoma City. We have a small satellite campus there, but the actual youth school itself is in a very rural area. I mean, the town of Langston is just the college, with a few houses and stuff and a few of the, remaining old timers that live there. They're still there, but it's typically, when you think of Langston, it's a town. It's got its own post office box, and a Dollar General. That's about it. In the school.
Okay.
So just so that you guys, you want to talk about fixing a community. No, that would be a community to fix, to bring back the historical perspective of it. Because we had a lot of greats there, first timers come through our doors, and even Tolson's house still stands out there. And, I don't know if you ever watched the movie The Great Debaters, but that's based on his life. And he was one of our Langston people. So.
Sorry, guys, I'm trying to get it through my computer right now. It should be coming through. Okay. For some reason, iMacs are like the most popular computers, but they're the slowest ones.
Well, just to give a little bit of a background on the video Tatiana is trying to share is we're submitting testimonials, short clips on highlighting our biggest takeaways or experience in the internship and why people should support the United Black Family Scholarship Foundation. And the biggest thing that I've been able to take away from this is just like I'm saying, is there's a man literally sitting incarcerated and he's providing all this money and funding and effort and he's not getting a penny back. He's really doing this for us. And it would just feel really wrong of me to not want to give back to something like that. Like I'm saying, I have all this opportunity out here, someone willing to engage and work with me. It's something that Glennie Martin shared with us is we're different. Our founder, we were founded by a current California State Penitentiary inmate. He's been sitting there for the last 2 decades. We're strongly volunteer driven and student staffed. We're coming at it through a pragmatic approach, but also through a new imagination, because this is something different. Not many people are willing to engage with this demographic of the population,
Oh my gosh, this is so funny.
We have it all figured out now. All right. Let me know if you can hear it too.
It's really easy to say that you want to make the world a better place, but it's a whole different story when you actually go through the process to get there. And working with an organization such as UBFSF and working with Ivan has honestly been one of the most life-changing experiences. You have people in which you're working with that are incarcerated, and it's really easy for them to fall into a deep headspace because they're constantly being criticized for the thing that they may have done to get there. But instead, Ivan perseveres and he finds inspiration, and he sees like, I've been through this and I'm gonna make sure that this doesn't happen to anybody else. And he sees that, you know, how are we gonna make the world a better place when we're not even asking the people that have seen the world about how to make it better and what's even going on. And so we're trying to fix something that we don't even really understand or fully understand to its extent. And so working with Ivan, I think that's what I like most, and working with UBFSF is that, you know, they put an emphasis on how important mentorship is, and they put an emphasis on how it's so important about the stories you tell yourself, and that this is just a point in time, but I'm still going to make the world a better place, even if the world doesn't see me as someone that deserves to be out in it. And I just don't understand how anybody wouldn't want to work with an organization such as UBFSF, as you're literally working with the people that you need to be working with to make a difference. And who better to ask than the ones who have experienced it themselves? So I think that's all we have for you. If you have any questions, again, we're here. But we've really enjoyed this, and we're really grateful that you've given us the opportunity to kind of present what's important to us and what's important to Ivan in the program. And I guess, yeah, that's all we have to say.
I appreciate your time as well, and I look forward to receiving your information. And like I said, I'll be glad as soon as we get through these finals and this last little bit of stuff. I'll be more than happy to sit down with our department and deans and see what we could do to help you guys.
Makes us
Thank
very
you so
happy to
much.
hear that. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Reggie, did you have anything else? You're muted.
Yeah, I would say that's basically it. I guess I have talked with Ivan numerous times about his vision for this. And, you know, due to him being from Oklahoma, he really wants to establish something in Oklahoma. So,
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, and I'll let you guys go because I know everybody's got things to do. Of course, you guys are 2 hours behind us, so you guys are still like at your free afternoon time, and I'm an old lady. It's getting to be 8 o'clock. I have to go to bed soon, so
yeah, that's what I was thinking. I said, it's my bedtime, my nap before bedtime.
you gotta have your nap before bedtime. That's right. This week I've just come home exhausted, so I'm like nap, and then I end up waking up a little bit later or whatever, and then it's just time to go to bed now. I wake up to go to bed, so yeah. So just so you guys know, because you're all students as well, your teachers hate finals just as much as you do. Maybe even a little bit more. Change it. Well,
Yes,
you
please.
know, if that was a possibility, but you know, I had to go through it, so you shall too go through it. You guys are better than I, because I didn't even start college till I was 30. So you guys are way ahead of me.
Well,
Let you
well,
go.
I'm not that far off. I'm 27 myself.
Oh, you're still a baby. Don't worry about it.
I say compared to me.
All
All
right.
right.
Nice talking to you
All
guys.
right.
Have a good rest of your day or night.
All right. All right. Talk to you soon.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye, everyone.